Don't be
Welcome
fooled
back,
by the mental
comrades.
health industry. Don't be fooled by the mental health industry.
The reason that you get the message that this is only the domain for the experts is because mental health researchers either focus on how therapy can help you.
Therapy can help you.
Did you just laugh? No, I was clearing my throat. I think you laughed.
In their research, or they focus on how medication can help you in their
Yep.
research. There isn't much resources devoted to how you can help yourself. Nutritional psychology is a multidisciplinary biopsychosocial approach.
Yeah, just think about it. What goes into your mouth affects how you react, how you perceive the world, how others perceive you. It's not merely the trivial concept of food, but you'll see more.
So when do you think the trauma started? Back in middle school, probably. The older kids used to call me Giraffe Man. Did you just laugh? No, I was clearing my throat. I think you laughed. Why would you know? Are you literally still laughing? That would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
Take him to Detroit.
Did they call you anything else? Okay, we're done here.
And then we go out and we convince our family, we convince our
Yeah.
friends, and we convince the therapist that our husband, who is a good man,
Bad
is
man.
aggressive, violent, and a narcissist.
Bad
And the
woman.
sad truth about our society is that our society and the therapy and the couples counselor will validate a woman's story. Because we live in a society of hashtag believe all women. It's not your husband's or boyfriend or partner's responsibility to be there for you emotionally. We have to learn to be there for ourselves emotionally.
Welcome back, comrades, to NutriRebel.com Red Pill Edition, where we try to make integrative ideas great again. This is a fair use critique of reductionist field of psychology and Dr. Palmetier at Shrink for Men. Nowhere in this video or elsewhere do we intentionally attempt to harm the reputation. This is for humanitarian and educational purposes to shed light on neglected nutritional psychology. Going further, we should also realize that the mind is not separate from the body, but that's what modern medicine and the whole healthcare assembly line system does, is treats everything as separate parts for easier symptom management. That's basically what all the modern medicine and psychology is, symptom management, not getting to the root causes.
Translating crazy, narcissist and borderline, buzzwords and phrases.
Jealous, unable to commit, unable to express or give and receive love.
Sounds like she's using endless buzzwords and phrases. She's contradicting herself.
Personality disordered, mentally ill, mentally ill.
Mentally ill.
Mentally ill.
We don't have an epidemic of mental illness, we have an epidemic of psychiatry. You eat too much, it's a disease, it's an addiction. You smoke too much, it's a disease. You're too unhappy, it's a disease. You're too thin, it's a disease. You're too fat, it's a disease.
We're having a
You have too little sex, it's a disease. You have too much sex, it's a disease. Psychiatrists have, for hundreds of years, used diagnostic terms, so-called diagnostic terms, to stigmatize and control people.
to stigmatize and control people.
Yep.
Translating crazy, narcissist and borderline, buzzwords and phrases.
There's no such thing as mental illness, hence also no such thing as psychotherapy. Therefore, people like her would be practically out of business. Knowing all this, why does people like Dr. Palmetier keep pushing repeat visits to her with little to no lasting resolution? That's what most psychologists, most counseling is.
Do you have a habit of choosing women or men who are, and here comes a long bulleted
Yeah.
list, unavailable, i.e., either in another relationship or emotionally unavailable for
It's mostly endless buzzwords and phrases, meaningless psychobabble.
Translating crazy, narcissist and borderline, buzzwords and phrases.
And contradicting herself.
Some of the main triggers for a narcissist are perceived rejection. So if you reject them or say no to them, watch out.
Christ!
Here's a screenshot from her website, and you can see she no amount of essential oils can fix these people. She claims. She said anyone here has a crazy ex who believes that essential oils, zinc, and past life regression, crystals, Jedi Reiki training, and the like would cure the cray or crazy. As you can see, she's lumping all alternative medicine together, which most people think homeopathy, or they think it's energy crystals, something silly. And that's very bigoted thought process. Along with her, she's basically concentrating on demonizing women, stigmatizing women, and that's not helping anyone's cause. This is crazy. It's insane.
Nutritional psychology is a multidisciplinary biopsychosocial approach.
Yeah, does she talk about nutritional psychology? Like the gut health, gut-brain axis, does she talk about these things? Does psychology talk about these things? No.
Which integrates psychological, behavioral, gastrointestinal, neurological, and nutritional sciences.
Crazy.
It's a really exciting field. A mineral like magnesium is involved in over 300 reactions, so it's a cofactor, right? A cofactor is required for an enzyme to do its job. So a lot of the B vitamins and minerals that we associate with mental health have roles in biochemical processes. So if they're low, the processes
Yeah.
don't work well, and you run into mental health challenges.
If all these substances in the body
Emotionally unstable,
are out of whack,
emotionally
what do you think is going to happen to your personality and your body? You're going to get fat and you're going to get moody.
immature, dishonest, who are addicts or alcoholics.
And you might have a biomechanical problem like a hernia, and that could be causing lots of problems. There's all kinds of other issues that you don't get checked at the doctor's office because they're mainly acute oriented, only when you get sick.
Human beings are just like inert blocks of wood.
But the real medicine is pharmacology, and that is the orientation of physicians.
And this is where nutritional psychology comes from, 1950 Saskatchewan.
And what we are doing in orthomolecular psychiatry and orthomolecular medicine is we're going back to physiology and biochemistry
Yep.
rather than pharmacology. We assume that the body has the ability to heal itself if given half a chance, and the way that happens
Yeah.
is by supplying the body with what it needs and trying to remove things that are toxic to it.
You want this group ball here, or that
Endless
airhead here, or this ding-a-ling over here.
revolving door. Try to avoid that. Dentist, specialist, all these bills, dentist, foot doctor, all these things. It's mainly because we're not taking a preventative approach, looking at our body like a botanist would a plant. This is crazy. You can avoid these specialists that view and analyze your body, teeth, mind, everything else as separate parts, like a mechanic,
Let me tell you, he's loving that car long time.
by consulting an integrative specialist. What if Dr. Palmetier incorporated nutritional psychology into her practice? She would be much more effective. Most psychologists would be much more effective. Anyway, so you could take our free symptom measure tool at the bottom left there, and all these things at the bottom we analyze. And there's a free symptom measure tool there, nutritional symptom measure tool, no obligation. Therefore, if you like what we do here, please like and subscribe.